Hello everybody, it's Jack, doing a brief pause from the Let's Plays to give you a brief tutorial video on how to chipmunk your vocals using Sony Vegas. I'm using Sony Vegas Pro 11 and Audacity. Of course you gotta pay for Sony Vegas, but Audacity is completely free. So let's just jump in right here. I've got my project file for a video that I uploaded this morning, just to give you guys some examples. So let's just jump right in. Let's say you wanted to take this portion right here to this portion, you wanted to chipmunk all of that. Or you want to hit S to separate one end, go all the way to the other end, and hit S also. At this point, you're going to want to take your audio track, hold down, click, and isolate it by dragging it down to a separate audio track so it is no longer attached to your video. Now, go up above this guy here, click and drag, and you will get this big blue bar guy here. This essentially explains it's a loop region, so you can play this region as many times as you want if you want to. This is good for bands, especially if you want to keep hearing a song, you want to change a EQ or something like that. But this is what you want here. After that, just single click the audio. This will it'll completely disregard the video. Go up to File and File and Render As. And the MP3 audio, you can do whichever one. I prefer the 320 kilobits per second CD transparent audio, and make sure the render loop region only is clicked. You hit render. Me rename that. I will name it that. And render. This will take a couple seconds depending on the power of your computer. That's why I'm glad I got a pretty powerful computer, because it doesn't take very long. So from here, what you want to do is, well, I'm just going to do it this way. You will take your MP3 file, which is this guy, untitled, drag it into Audacity. Or you can do this, or you can, of course, go in Audacity, File, Open, and here you got your isolated audio file. What you want to do now is go up to Effect and change Speed. It's got percentages here. What I normally prefer for my videos, I normally like to go between 75 and 80% on the increase of speed. But, yep, you just type in that number, any number in between, just unless you really need to use these, leave these alone for the time being and hit OK. So take a second, and it will, in the process of this, chipmunk your thingamabob, and I shall just give you a brief. So you've got a little chipmunk situation here. At that point, if you're happy with it, great, then go up to File. But if you're not, I would recommend going to Edit and Undo Change Speed, and you can redo the change speed. Because otherwise, if you just went to change speed and wanted to change it to 80, it would add 80 more % to your original number, which that's probably not what you want. But since this is what I'm going to want, I'll go to File, Export, and normally, for this kind of thing, I would like to keep the original name but add edit to the end of it, just so I know, since I've got a lot of MP3 files on my desktop. But we want to hit save, and change these if you wish, but OK. And just like before, depending on the speed of your computer, it will take a little bit of time to export, but with just an audio file, it really didn't take that long. And at this point, I like to close Audacity because it's really unnecessary, but that's just me. At this point, what you want to do is you want to find the file on your desktop, which happens to be this guy right here. Drag it into Sony Vegas, into this tray of your media. Now, before you do anything else, recommend probably just getting rid of this blue bar since you don't really need it. And don't right-click or cut, don't right-click delete, because that will delete both your video and audio file. But you just want to go over to this guy right here and right-click and delete the track. That will get rid of the audio track entirely, allowing you to drag in your edited chipmunked audio file and drag it into its own separate audio track. So just like before. This is the part where it's different for, of course, Windows and Mac. On Windows, you go to the edge or the right edge of your video file. And yeah, I understand this is primarily video, Let's Play videos, and hit Control on Windows, hold it down, or it would be Command on Mac, and just drag until it matches up with your audio file. Now this is when you want to drag up your audio, and you have a matched up audio chipmunk file. So for anybody who really wants, you know, to do chipmunks or whatever for your videos, because they're really fun to use. I hope this tutorial was okay for you guys. I moved kind of fast, but I wanted to do it step by step and just get it over with, so it's not too long of a video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's that. Happy editing.